Back by popular demand, it is Porterverse Lore Ramblings. I'm a man of my word and the man of the people. And if it's Porterverse Lore Ramblings you all want, then Porterverse Lore Ramblings you shall receive. Without further ado, let's dive into it. Number 1. After the whole debacle where Stebney accidentally stole the cricket team's ball and Caroline chased him in 1960, the cricket team actually got a pretty good laugh at the whole situation. So much so that they actually rebranded their team colors to match Stebney's livery. Stebney was pretty humbled by this and he found it pretty funny as well. And they still wore these color schemes to this very day. Number 2. Daisy is a British Railway Class 122 bubble car. She was first built in 1960 and was assigned to the Northwestern region after Thomas's debacle at the station master's house at Farquhar. She first arrived in British Railways Blue, one of the first of her kind to be painted as livery at the time, but in 1968 she was repainted into a special livery, Northwestern Emerald Jade. She is one of the very few engines on the railway to wear this livery, and she wears it with pride to this very day. Number 3. Lord Stinger, yes, that Lord Stinger, was a 282 tank engine built in 1921. He was built specifically to be the shunter at the big city garbage dump. Whenever a train was due out, he would usually double head with another big city engine. Despite the many efforts to keep him in service, Lord Stinger would sadly be withdrawn in 1960, and he will be scrapped the year later, after all the preservation attempts failed. Lord Stinger's nameplates are preserved today at the Big City Transfer Museum. Number 4. Henry's Forest is located between the stations of Kildane and Kelsthorpe Road. An event of the namesake episode will take place in 1974, and the forest was officially declared a nature reserve in 1975. Trevor often comes over to help with fruit harvesting from time to time. Number 5. Big City Port has 2 ocean liners that call it home, the Princess Alice and the Duchess. Both are built in Big City Port in 1925 and 1932 respectively. Princess Alice was the first one built, and was one of the earliest examples of an American-built ocean liner at sea. And Duchess would follow as a means of reviving Big City's economy and tourism industry after the Depression basically wrecked it completely. And these ships proved their worth and were very popular amongst passengers. Despite the popularity, sadly neither of these ships survive in present day. The Duchess was scrapped in 1964 after being withdrawn from service. The Princess Alice was almost saved actually, but the plan sadly fell through after the group intending to buy her had a scandal unfold, and thus the whole group disbanded. Princess Alice was scrapped in 1968. Their respective bells are preserved along with a handful of other artifacts from their interiors, and these are all on display at the Big City Transfer Museum. Number 6. Wilfred, in present day, is an 062 tank engine. In present day to be exact. He did start work in life as an 042 tank engine like the rest of the Holy Found Mountain Railway engines. He was sent for a rebuild in 1990 and returned as a 062 tank engine. And he is now much stronger than before. He can now push longer trains to keep up with the increasing demand of tourism. He also returned in a yellow livery. What reason exactly? Well, the Cooleyfield's management found the color pretty attractive, and Wilfred didn't mind. He was pretty cool with it. He enjoyed the nice change of pace from the purple after decades of wearing it. And he still wears his yellow livery in present day. Number 7. The Knapford Harbor Board has 2 engines that are shown as at Knapford Harbor. These being number 1, Salty, and number 2, Porter. You're probably wondering, if Salt is at Knapford, then who shunts at Brandon Docks? Very simple, it's Bartholomew. We've actually discussed in an earlier video. Porter first arrived to the railway in 1946, but he was transferred over to Brandon briefly in 1958. Salty would arrive at Knapford Harbor in 1960, and Porter would transfer back over to Knapford in 1967. Porter and Salty remain the shunters at Knapford Harbor in present day, and are very good friends. They really like their work, it's really cool. And before we go, I just want to let you know that the marathons are going to start next week, so we'll be back to regular programming on May 14th. Anyway, so, thank you all very much for watching this episode of Porterverse Lore Ramblings, and I will see you all in the next one.